Welcome to the pre-deployment orientation for 2022. We thank you for deploying to help support our disaster operation and for taking time to view this important resource. We will be covering new guidance and policies specific to working in the still present COVID-19 environment. The Red Cross Mission. COVID-19 does not change the mission of the American Red Cross. We will continue to alleviate human suffering in the face of emergencies. How we carry out our mission has changed. We will execute the mission with flexibility, creativity, and with guardrails established to meet the needs of our clients that ensures safety of our workers, our clients, and our community. The Responder app. The Disaster Responder view is accessible to those assigned to a DRO and will not display until assigned to a DRO. The content is structured in a tile format for ease of use. Each of the tiles shown on your Volunteer Connection app Disaster Responder view have specialized functions. If you have not yet downloaded and installed the mobile app, follow the instructions in the Download and Log into the mobile app tip sheet. For more information about the Volunteer Connection mobile app, please reference the tip sheet for general users. COVID-19 operation practices in effect. The health and safety of our workforce and our clients is still our priority. All workers may participate in Red Cross activities without being vaccinated against COVID-19 if they wear a mask. Workers may choose to wear a mask even when not required to do so. Regardless of vaccination status, Red Cross workers must wear a mask and social distance when a client asks them to do so. When state or local guidance, including restrictions on gatherings, is more strict than Red Cross policy, workers must comply with state and local guidelines. Masks and social distancing requirements. You must follow the masking requirements based on your vaccination status as it is reported in Volunteer Connection. If you have not uploaded your vaccination record in Volunteer Connection, you are considered unvaccinated and must follow the guidance for unvaccinated workers as outlined in this table. Recovery from a prior COVID infection does not exempt anyone from the vaccination masking and distancing guidelines. You must always carry a mask with you in case someone requests that you wear one, or you are notified that infection conditions or community policies have changed. Social distancing is not required, but the CDC does recommend distancing at least 6 feet from people if you are not fully vaccinated and up to date on your COVID boosters. If you have any questions or concerns about masking, please speak with your supervisor. Partners may also have specific masking requirements at their sites or facilities, such as multi-agency resource centers or MARCs. We should always comply with the more restrictive measures when asked. Wearing a mask. A mask will be provided to you, or you can bring your own cloth or other protective mask. Your mask must consist of 2 layers or fit the current guidance as advised by the Center for Disease Control, CDC. Neck gaiters oftentimes do not contain 2 layers and are not approved for use on deployment. The mask must entirely cover your nose and chin without gaps. Put it on and remove your mask using only the ear straps or loops. If required, your mask must remain on your face throughout your entire shift. Everyone must follow whatever safety policy is in effect, and the job director has the final decision on masking and other safety protocols. Clean. Wash your hands with soap and water multiple times throughout your shift for at least 20 seconds. If soap and water are not available, hand sanitizer containing at least 60% alcohol may be used. Another way to help minimize the risk of spreading germs or viruses is marking your own pen with your initials. Blue tape works great for this. And don't share your pen with coworkers. You can carry disposable pens and leave the pens with the client. Do not touch your eyes, nose, or mouth without having cleaned or sanitized your hands first. Clean and disinfect commonly used surfaces like cell phones, keyboards, and desks multiple times per day. Clean and disinfect other surfaces like tables, doorknobs, and light switches at least daily. And pick up after yourself. Pitch in and do your part to help keep your worksite clean, sanitized, and safe. Packing for deployment. Pack the items you need to be comfortable during your deployment. Consider that you may be sleeping in a large area with multiple roommates. There may be more noise than you are accustomed to while sleeping. Before you pack, check the 10-day weather forecast in the area of your deployment travel. A rain jacket, hat, and sunscreen may be needed depending on your role. Consider packing a car adapter or a portable charging device for phone or device charging, and consult the list on this slide for other packing suggestions. There may be limited resources immediately available in the disaster-impacted community. Restaurant or grocery availability may be decreased due to the disaster. Pack your favorite snacks, protein bars, or any other special dietary needs. There is a possibility you may need to stay an extra 2 weeks if travel becomes unstable or you are being monitored due to COVID symptoms or exposure. So pack an extra 2 weeks of any prescriptions you require. Proper attire and identification. Wear an approved American Red Cross disaster relief vest and your identification badge while on shift. Clothes should be appropriate for your work assignment and always neat and clean. We ask that you not wear the following while on duty: tight or revealing garments such as shorts, tank tops, or halter tops, flip-flops or other footwear that is unsafe or inappropriate to your assignment, clothing with political, religious, or controversial messages. Wear appropriate footwear. Do not wear open-toed shoes. Wear personal protective equipment, PPE, as appropriate for your role. Required PPE will be provided upon arrival. You can bring your own masks if you prefer to wear your own. Please remove your ID and vest when not engaged in Red Cross work. Virtual workers. It would be impossible to complete our mission without our virtual workforce. We need to hear your voice and encourage you to communicate with your team in new, creative, and innovative ways. Your disaster relief operation will utilize Microsoft Teams and have a virtual watch floor to communicate throughout the day. To be successful while supporting a disaster relief operation virtually, it is necessary to have a computer or laptop, a stable internet connection, a phone, or the ability to speak with your supervisor and/or clients. Some functions might require a printer with scanning capability. Discuss these requirements before accepting your assignment. Many virtual workers have reported that having a set of headphones with a microphone have made communication with their team much easier. If you are lacking training, supplies, or technology to complete your assigned duties, please work with your supervisor to find a solution. Be patient in the new environment with respect to people learning new ways to operate, which may include some basic computer training. Don't get frustrated. Remember that we all had to learn this at some point. Don't assume everyone knows how to work everything on a computer, and particularly in MS Teams. Take care of yourself. You aren't expected to be at your computer 24/7. Speak to your supervisor about shifts and expectations. As a representative of the Red Cross. Whether this is your first assignment or your 20th, it is important to know that no two disasters are alike. Here are a few things to keep in mind. We need you to be flexible. There may be some changes where we will need to reposition you across the operation, so we ask that you remain flexible. We also ask for your patience. It's very important that we try to get the right people in the right place at the right time. This takes coordination in the best of times. Responding with the added pandemic restrictions will be new to us, and there may be delays. Your leadership is working very hard to ensure all of the tools, resources, and safety measures are in place for a smooth and safe engagement with our clients. We ask that you be relentlessly kind. Be kind to your coworkers, including staff, volunteers, and event-based volunteers. And be kind to the people we're here to serve. They have been through a very traumatic event, and we're here to provide comfort and care in their time of need. We also ask that you be adaptable. You may be working in very chaotic conditions, and you may be asked to perform several different jobs. You may also be staying in the staff shelter and sleeping on a cot. We ask that you be adaptable, work with people, and be respectful of everyone. And one last thing, pitch in. Make sure you are helping each other. If we are all working together as a team, we can be successful in helping others. Be sure to include your virtual workforce in all communications. They may be out of sight, but they should always be foremost in your mind. Model Red Cross values. Even when working virtually, you should still model the Red Cross values of being compassionate, collaborative, creative, credible, and committed by treating each other with care and respect. Embrace diversity and inclusiveness within our organization, our clients, and our partners. We will all need to be creative working within the pandemic environment. If you can think of a better way to accomplish something, speak up. Act with integrity in everything you do and remain committed to the Red Cross mission. Finally, be a good steward of the donor dollar. We can accomplish so much when we all model these values. Providing a safe and welcoming workplace. We are committed to providing a work environment free from harassment where everyone is treated with respect and dignity. Every worker has a responsibility to report potentially dangerous situations to their supervisor immediately. This includes coworkers not wearing appropriate PPE. Red Cross has zero tolerance for harassment and violence. This policy includes sexual harassment, which may include unwelcome sexual advances, sexual jokes and innuendo, or verbal abuse of a sexual nature. Any words, actions, or visual matter that demean or show hostility toward an individual or group because of any characteristic protected by federal, state, or local law will not be tolerated. The Volunteer Handbook outlines the anti-harassment and violence-free workplace policies. Regarding the use of social media, the Red Cross encourages all workers to keep in mind the speed and manner in which information posted on a blog or social media networking sites such as Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook can be relayed and often misunderstood by readers. Workers must use their best judgment when posting. Remember that others who may be identifiable should not be included in any photo posts without their written consent. Workers should contact management or human resources with questions about acceptable posting or concerns about others' posts. When in doubt, don't post. Please be mindful of our core values: humanity, impartiality, neutrality, independence, voluntary service, unity, and universality. There are many things in our society today that one may feel strongly about: politics, religious or personal beliefs regarding one's life choices, feelings about COVID, or other sensitive topics should not be discussed with our clients or our coworkers in a way that makes them feel uncomfortable, whether on shift or off. Finding a way to say yes. Now a little reminder about getting to yes. While you are on this operation, you will meet and help people with a broad range of needs caused by disaster. You are bringing comfort, care, and hope to the impacted families. We need for you to find a way to get to yes. This means you are empowered to make decisions to meet the needs of the client. You have the ability to move resources and explore opportunities to provide the relief that the people need. Getting to yes does not mean that Red Cross will directly meet every need, but it does mean that it is our job to find out who may be able to meet their needs and help the client connect with those resources. Remember, the most important part of understanding a client's needs is listening carefully and taking cues from them to meet those needs. They know better than anyone what they need, and they rely on their own experiences to identify solutions. Ask how you can help them. Pay attention to their response and work with them to ensure the best possible outcomes. Don't forget to get to yes with each other. Be collaborative and creative in finding solutions. Be kind to each other. Show your appreciation for your shared part in achieving our mission. Diversity and inclusion. Serving with cultural competence. At the Red Cross, when we talk about diversity, we consider each and everything that makes us unique. Things like race and gender, and religion, education, parental status, work background, where you're from, and more. All the things that make us different and unique as compared to others. Inclusion, on the other hand, comes into play within the environment in which we do our work. The objective is for everyone to feel welcomed, valued, and respected wherever we're doing Red Cross work. Having a diverse team of employees and volunteers who operate in an inclusive work environment is a foundation for establishing culturally competent service delivery. Culturally competent service delivery means we provide services to a community in a way that shows we understand and appreciate the basic characteristics of that community. Inclusion, access, and equity for all. We would also like to address the needs of accessibility. Our fundamental principles are our guide in helping people. People from all walks of life, from a variety of backgrounds and different needs, will come to us for assistance. As Red Cross workers, we welcome everyone into our shelters and at all service delivery sites that we are operating. That includes people who use wheelchairs, crutches, or other mobility equipment, or service animals. If you are not sure how to support the individual, bring them in, make them comfortable, and seek help from Disaster Health Services, your supervisor, or the site manager. If you see conditions that may limit our ability to serve all people, we want you to take immediate action to make the environment welcoming and accessible. This includes accessible restrooms, showers, walkways to sites, and food to meet everyone's dietary needs. Conducting our team meetings via video and audio may be challenging for some of our workforce. Support each other and get disability integration involved to assist if necessary and if requested. Communicating solely through technology is challenging for all of us. Let's make sure we're all successful in our mission. Human resources available to you. There are resources that will be available to you while you are on the operation. I would like to highlight a few of these. Your direct supervisor is your main point of contact and will be available to help orient you to your assignment and assist you with any issues that may come up. Or if you are working at one of our service delivery sites, you can check in with your site manager, who will have more information about what you need to do. Another resource is staff relations. They are available to assist you with any issue resolution needs. There may be opportunities to receive training on the operation. Reach out to your training team and let them know what courses you are interested in. We'd love to have you leave the operation with a new skill or gap. Resources available to you. Here are some additional resources. Staff health is available if you are not feeling well, become injured, or have concerns related to your working environment. You should not report to or stay at your work site if you are sick or have symptoms of any illness. And if you are hurt or injured on the job, call staff health. Please follow any additional guidelines regarding your health and the health of others if provided to you. Resources available to you. Disaster mental health is always available for support of both our clients and our workers. The assigned team is available 24 hours a day. There is a staff support hotline available. You will be in a different work environment than what you've encountered before. It's okay to feel excited, stressed, or anxious. Sometimes you just need someone to listen to you and share these emotions. Be sure to use these resources when necessary. And of course, there are your teammates, some with previous disaster response experiences, who can assist or point you to the right resource. Issue resolution process. It is expected that everyone will work together on the operation. Should a conflict arise, work through the issues utilizing the process outlined above. Staff relations supports workers and supervisors with issue resolution. If a direct supervisor on a DRO is unable to reach a satisfactory resolution with an assigned worker, staff relations must be contacted. The concern connection line number can be used to submit a concern or question about alleged fraud, waste, abuse, or illegal, unsafe, or unethical behavior. Concerns can be submitted online as well. The quickest way to report a concern is using the resolution process outlined on this slide. Other resources available to you. You will be assigned a lodging location when you check in at staff services. All workers on the operation are required to stay in assigned lodging. This is important because we need to know where you are for safety reasons. Please make sure you sign in wherever you are being lodged. If, for some reason, you need to change your location, make sure you request a new lodging assignment from staff services. You may be lodged in the same hotel as our clients. You may be lodged in a staff shelter. Be prepared to have many roommates and potentially a louder environment and longer shower wait than you are used to at home. Be flexible, kind, and patient with your lodging team and your roommates. If you are assigned a vehicle, you must check in with Logistics Transportation at the operation as soon as you arrive. Always practice safe driving by requiring all occupants to wear their seatbelt. Minimize distractions while driving. Let others navigate and don't talk or text while driving. The driver of the vehicle is responsible for their own traffic or parking tickets. Any accidents, no matter how minor, must be reported to your supervisor and a member of the Logistics Transportation team immediately. Mission cards. You will be assigned a mission card to cover approved expenses during your deployment. The Red Cross has a strict accountability policy around the use of this card, and you could be liable for any misuse of the card, including legal action. Please refer to the brochure that comes with the card and follow the directions. When flying, your mission card may be used to pay for one checked bag. Any additional checked bags payment will be your responsibility. Work with your chapter to arrange transportation to and from the airport to avoid parking fees, which are not reimbursable. Please use your card for all purchases whenever possible rather than cash. In specific instances where cash withdrawals are recommended, such as a disaster in a remote area with no power or bank access, you will be instructed to withdraw specific cash amounts. Should you need additional funds on your card, contact the reload team. Check your balance periodically, and don't wait until you run out of funds to request a reload. The maximum allowance for meals and incidentals is $35 per day. Incidentals include laundry, tips for housekeeping, and ATM fees. Keep all receipts for fuel and any purchases over $35. Using the Incident Action Plan, IAP. You should start receiving the Incident Action Plan, or IAP, via email as soon as you are assigned. The IAP includes helpful information about the operation, such as the objectives, contacts, maps, and schedules. The IAP is prepared and disseminated by the Assistant Director of Information and Planning for each DR and distributed through Volunteer Connection to the email address you have listed in your profile. If you are not receiving the email, check Volunteer Connection to verify your email address is correct. If you still haven't received the email when arriving at the operation, check with Staff Services to help resolve this issue. All DRO members should be able to access and view the IAP. Take time to review it daily. Keys for your success. It's important that we all behave as professionals, both in our words and in our deeds. When we wear the Red Cross symbol, to the public, we represent the entire organization, and it is vitally important that we live and act by our fundamental principles at all times. Model safe practices regarding COVID protection and prevention in the community, regardless of what the jurisdiction's rules are. Please take care of and be accountable for all resources that are assigned to you and your team. Thank you for accepting your assignment. We develop these presentations to ensure that you have the resources you need to be successful. Remember, there will always be a support team and your supervisor available to assist you as needed. This ends this presentation.